Hi, my name is Alyssa Cam, and I'm a part of the Biology 454 class taught by Professors Hunter and Duffy, and this is my final project. So, I created a card game based on native Hawaiian plants, as well as invasive species and environmental factors. So, this game was actually inspired by a game my friends and I already loved to play, and I thought it would be a great way to get people in my generation excited about plants and just expose them to more native Hawaiian plants, as well as some facts about them. I would say the target audience could be anyone over the age of 7 because it is such a fun game to play with your friends as well, but it does require a little bit of reading and understanding the rules. I tried my very best to make it as easy to understand as possible. The goal is to earn 5 plant credits. 2 to 4 players can play at a time. Each player starts with 5 cards, and each player has a greenhouse. So your greenhouse is basically just a blank space in front of you. You have your 5-card hand, and you can play any action card you want during your turn. So I created this little key for all of the cards and I color coordinated them. So an action card is any of these 4 cards. So the native Hawaiian plant cards, the invasive plant cards, the magic cards, which are I just called them magic cards, but they're just cards with effects that occurred during an action phase, yes, and upgrade and downgrade cards. So these cards actually stay indefinitely in the greenhouse unless they are stopped with a cancel card, which are these instant cards. So you don't actually have to wait until your turn to play these cards, and they may be chained. They negate any action that occurs. So while the game seems very easy and simple to win in the beginning, like you just assume that you have to put 5 plant cards into your into your greenhouse. There's going to be all of these stop cards that anyone playing can chain onto your card as soon as you try to win. But you can play a card back, so it turns into a chain, and then it just gets discarded, and the final resolution would just be whoever was the last stop card. Yeah, so it does get very competitive, and I wish I could actually input footage of my friends and I playing, but with global events and social distancing, that was not possible. I made this little key for the native Hawaiian plant cards. I think it's really cute. I include a species name, then the Hawaiian name, an illustration, the card effects, and some facts about it. So, for these, I like to write if they're endangered, and then for some of them, I even write how they smell. For all of them, I have the distribution status. These are endemic. There are some that are indigenous, and I just thought it would be a great way to spread more awareness about the native Hawaiian plants. For the invasive plants, it's almost the same template. I do include a species name, then I include a common name, and then I write where the plant is native from and something about it. So this one, seeds can lie dormant for over 12 years, which is really interesting, but also kind of sad considering it is invasive in Hawaii. I created a lot of cards. I'm just going to go over how the turns work again. So you may play cards into anyone's greenhouse, and at the start of your turn, you draw 1 card. If you choose not to play a card during your action phase, you may draw another card in your end phase, but you may only play 1 card per action phase. So I created this little map to streamline the process of a turn. It starts with a draw phase, where you can draw your first card, a beginning phase, where you may activate any upgrade or downgrade cards in your greenhouse, an action phase, where you may use any action card. If no action card is used, player may draw a card, and then you have your end phase. So all of these phases are important because of this little key that I mentioned earlier. So your native Hawaiian plants are worth 1 plant credit, invasive plants are worth a -2 credit, magic cards are cards with effects and they are destroyed at the end phase, and upgrade/downgrade cards stay in your greenhouse indefinitely, so they cannot be destroyed unless you use something like an instant card that negates action cards. Yes, so So that's how you play my game. This last cup is just to show off the cards in my deck. I worked really hard on creating all of them. As you can see, all of the native Hawaiian plant cards are different and they all have different illustrations, they all have different facts, they all include the distribution status. I wanted to include a large variety of species, even though the invasive ones are different. Some of the magic cards are repeated, but that's just to make the game more enjoyable to play and balanced while you're playing it, so no one's winning immediately just because they got a bunch of rare cards in their hand or the better cards in their hand or anything like that. And I just wanted to end with this little quote that says, "Build your ecosystem, betray your friends, plants are your friends now," because that's how I feel when I play this game.